Imagine you were driving down the road and suddenly your car slams into gear so hard it feels like you just got rear-ended, or your transmission starts slipping like it cannot decide which gear it wants to be in. That is exactly what happens when your vehicle throws a P2718 code, which points directly to an open circuit in the pressure control solenoid D. This is a generic transmission diagnostic trouble code, which means it can pop up on anything from a Ford or a Chevy to a BMW or a Honda. Your automatic transmission is basically a complex hydraulic brain that relies on bands and clutches to change gears, and those solenoids act like little electronic faucets that direct fluid pressure exactly where it needs to go at the exact right millisecond. Most modern transmissions have a bunch of these named A, B, C, and now D, E, or F, as they add more gears for better fuel economy. When the PCM, or the Powertrain Control Module, detects that the circuit for solenoid D is open, it basically means the electrical path is broken and it can no longer control the pressure. This is a moderate issue that can turn into a nightmare very fast, because if your transmission keeps banging into gear, you're going to end up with permanent internal damage that costs thousands to fix. You might notice your fuel mileage dropping, the check engine light glowing, or the transmission overheating and slipping. Sometimes it even feels like an engine misfire because the shifts are so erratic, or the car might go into limp mode to protect itself. Your first move should always be to check the technical service bulletins for your specific year and model, because sometimes this is a known software issue that a simple flash can fix. If that is not it, you need to pull the dipstick and look at the fluid. If it smells burnt or looks like dark chocolate, it is time for a change. Look at the wiring harness leading to the transmission for any signs of melted plastic or rodent damage, and check the connectors for green, crusty corrosion. If you're handy with a digital multimeter, you'll want to perform a continuity check. You're looking for 0 ohms of resistance in the wiring, and anything else means you have a break in the wire that needs to be repaired. Replacing the solenoid itself or the valve body might be necessary, but always start with the basics like fluid and wiring before you go tearing into the heavy components.